Hello all. Today we'll talk about no confidence motion. So I hope that all of you might have heard that recently the Indian Parliament has allowed the motion of no confidence against the Council of Ministers led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On 26th of July 2023, Congress Member of Parliament Shri Gaurav Gogoi has notified Speaker of the Lok Sabha that the members of the Assembly has no trust in the Council of Ministers. That is, they have no confidence in the government, in the current Council of Ministers. So, what is the whole implication of all this, and what is no confidence motion in general? That will be our agenda of discussion today. So, to briefly state, no confidence motion is simply a procedure and it's applicable only in Lok Sabha because it has an element of censure in it. Censure means if the no confidence motion is passed, then the government has to resign. And since Lok Sabha is the house of the people, and since in democracy like India, people has all the power, that is why only Lok Sabha has been empowered to move such motion. So, what can be the implications of no confidence motion? So, to say, there can be major and wild implications of this motion. The current government, led by BJP, the NDA, has a majority in the Lok Sabha. They have more than 300 members on their side. So, in any case, they will not lose the no confidence motion until and unless there is a internal faction in the NDA, which is highly improbable. So, what is the key significance of this particular no confidence motion? It is simple. There has been incidents of misgovernance and human rights violation and many other things recently happened or happening in Manipur due to the ethnical violence there. So the opposition alliance that they named themselves India are demanding a statement from Prime Minister of India on this issue. But there has been no interest shown by the Prime Minister in giving his opinion and his words on the Manipur issue in the Parliament. So to ensure that the Prime Minister makes a statement in the Parliament, they have decided to use this tool of no confidence motion. The key use of no confidence motion historically, and it is meant to be to keep the government in check. And opposition have been in a way right to use this tool to fulfill their demand in the house. It might be interesting for all of you to know that in India till now there have been 16 instances when the no confidence motion have been demanded or have been allowed by the speaker. Out of the 16 instances, there were only 4 times that the government has lodged the no confidence motion, which is, in fact, if you see percentage wise, it's a good percentage of 25%. What is the key outcome of no confidence motion in general? So, no confidence motion seeks to establish that the assembly, the Lok Sabha, has no confidence in the ministers and thus the minister has to resign because as we are living in democracy, the people has the power and people has decided that the council of ministers should resign, so they will resign. This is the major outcome out of the no confidence motion that can be passed in the parliament. So what happens in such scenario? If this happens, then obviously the government has to resign and there will be general election announced earlier in India. Or if there is a opposition who also has significant numbers in alliance and they can prove their majority in the house to form the government, then the president may invite them to form the government. But chances of this happening is very less. It can generally happen when there is faction between the parties and the ruling alliance is formed by a number of coalitions. But in most of the cases, the government has to resign. So, what can be the implication of no confidence motion in country in general? So, obviously, if the government has to fall because of the no confidence motion, there will be political instability in the country, and there can be significant implications on the economic and the political decisions in the nation, which can create a volatility and can impact its relation with the foreign countries also. If the government survives the no confidence motion, it actually served its purpose to keep the government accountable and give statement in the parliament whenever required by demanded by the people or the opposition. As this motion is allowed, so you might be thinking what will happen in Lok Sabha with regard to this no confidence motion in the near future. So what will happen? The speaker will decide a date and time for the discussion and debate on this motion after consulting with leader of other parties, and there will be debate and discussion in the parliament on this motion from different members of different parties expressing their opinion or trust in the current council of ministers. And after that, there will be voting. And if the government survives the vote, the no confidence motion will fail. And if the government doesn't survive the vote, no confidence motion will succeed and the government has to resign. So this was a quick check from my side on no confidence motion for you all. If you really like the piece of information you just listened to, kindly like and subscribe to our channel and share this video with all your friends to ensure that they all have the right information about no confidence motion. So till the next time we meet, Jai Hind.